So this is Sumer, the music mogul, the caffeine global, the comic man, the astronomic man, and this is the Mad Mouth Show. Well, welcome back, all you mad mouthers. You know what time it is. Usually, it's always, a reaction video for the Chelsea game, but this time I said, you know what? Let's wait for Arsenal and Tottenham to get over because obviously we don't want Arsenal winning the fucking Premier League. And we know the rivalry that goes. Even Tottenham, they don't want Arsenal winning. So I was hoping, that Tottenham won, but clearly Tottenham basically showed who they are. That high line that they keep using, Mr. Postecoglou, I think you have failed. Like by the end of the season, that's basically all you can offer to Tottenham. And if you can't beat Arsenal at home, I'm sorry, there is a big problem because for Tottenham it is very, very important to beat Arsenal at home, and you have failed. But now, before we get into all the highlights, you know the drill, guys. This is the Mad Mouth Show, and I'm your host, the Mad Mouth. But before we dive into the review and the highlights, you know the drill. Go like, share, and subscribe to my channel, guys. Show some love. Now, Chelsea, after coming from a 5-0 loss against Arsenal, that was pathetic. But you know what? Let's leave that aside. And going to Villa Park and getting that result, that was pretty epic for me. I thought we were going to lose like 3-1, but clearly we did step it up. We gave it a tough fight. And second half, Chelsea were really dominating. I feel Chelsea were the better side, to be very honest. We should have won that game. And that goal, the disallowed goal, well, we can all argue that, it was a foul and all that shit. But apart from all that, I feel Chelsea were really good. And Aston Villa is not an easy side. They beat Arsenal, and I think they even beat City. So we did pretty good against them. And there's a lot of positives to take from there because in the second half, I read somewhere that, Poch and Thiago had a team talk in the halftime. And whatever they said, it really worked because in second half, Chelsea were a different team. They were absolutely hungry and not being sloppy. And man, I just wish we had won that game because we totally deserved it. So now let's talk about all the positives of the game. First of all, Gallagher. It's going to be really sad to see Gallagher leaving in the summer because he has been such a beautiful captain and helped Chelsea a lot. He is really going to be missed next season if he leaves. I wish the club can figure out a way, to keep Gallagher because already he has so much experience now being a captain. He's been a good leader, he stepped it up whenever needed. So I feel if we could keep Gallagher, man, that will really help Chelsea a lot. He might not be the best midfielder, or he might not be technically very highly rated, but whatever said and done, his heart is absolutely blue, and you can see it whenever he's on the field. He gives it a fucking 110%. So we need that mentality. Chelsea lacks that, and he has stepped up and showed that he is a true blue. He was phenomenal throughout the game, and the goal he scored, what a swinger with that left foot, what a swinger. I loved it. Gallagher, there's very less spoken about him, but whatever. Now, this is the situation Chelsea are in. If the FFP rules need us to sell Gallagher, we might just have to sell him. So, thank you, Conor Gallagher. That was an epic show by you. And now let's get on to Madueke. Madueke, I feel, is really good. When he is going one-on-one with the defenders, he is pretty good. He doesn't get scared. He just goes for it. He doesn't think twice. His aim is only to attack the defense, put it in the fucking goal. Yeah, he is inexperienced, so everything is not going to be converted into a goal. But whatever he did that day, he was pretty spot on, and that's a really positive performance by him. Now, let's talk about the one and only Mr. Nicholas Jackson. Man, this guy, you can't even hate him and you can't even love him because he is a fucking mixed bag. Like he performs very well, mind you. He's not a bad player. He's a good footballer, but his finishing, oh man, there's really a big problem there. And if that is not sorted out, I don't think we can keep him for too long. One season is a long time for a striker. Maybe you put him on the left and let him be a winger, but let's see what happens. Now, the unthinkable as well. Cole Palmer, he missed that goal. I mean, yeah, I feel like it's okay. One blip here and there, it's fine. But he is the Lisan Al Gaib and he has been so good for us. So we should just forget about it and accept the draw and move on. But now let's first talk about Thiago Silva. The fucking Rolls Royce. Thiago Silva has come out with a video and you can see how emotionally attached to Chelsea he is. It's so sad that he's going to be leaving and he's 39, guys. Mind you, he's going to be 40. That kind of performance from a 39-year-old, it's absolutely legendary. It's all about keeping himself fit. His mentality is spot on, and the way he just like directs himself. And wow, against Villa, he really did a masterclass. It was amazing. Thiago Silva is beautiful to watch. That for me is like proper football. He is basically a legend, and clearly he grew up watching Maldini at AC Milan. So he's been everywhere. He is a true legend, and he will always be remembered very highly at Chelsea. Even whenever the fans are chanting his name, it's so beautiful. We are very lucky that we got him for a free, and what a heart he's got for Chelsea, especially. Whatever he's done for Chelsea will be always remembered. The 4 years that he gave us, that is pure love from Thiago Silva. And so does his family. His family also loves Chelsea. So this is going to be sad. The departure is going to be sad, but we should just be grateful for whatever, we got from Thiago Silva. Now let's talk about Arsenal and Tottenham. For me, the one reason I delayed my video was hoping, that Tottenham is going to beat Aston. And what the fuck happened over there, man? Really, this is really fucked up. And forget beating. At least you should have gotten a draw. We cannot let Arsenal win the fucking title. This is not possible. And Mikel Arteta cannot be taking the Premier League this time. Even though right now they're not on top, because City still has few games in hand. Anybody can blip anytime. This is the Premier League. So I just hope that United or some team just gets a fucking draw. We need Arsenal to get draws. But also the fucked up part is Mr. Kai Havertz scored the goals. And even against Chelsea he's been scoring. So did we really make a mistake by selling him? I don't think so. We got Cole Palmer and he is way better than Kai Havertz. Way more consistent, way more confident, and his footballing IQ is off the chart. So yeah, good for you, Arsenal. Kai Havertz is clearly being decisive and providing, but he's still nowhere close to Cole Palmer. So we got a better deal. But yeah, next game, Arsenal. I hope somebody steps up and shuts shop for them. They need to be put in their place. Arsenal, you cannot win the fucking Premier League this time. And hopefully they don't. Although I feel like they've been pretty good throughout the season. But, they've also been together as a team for 3 to 4 seasons now. So they are bound to be good. They've had enough time and they are good. So if they win also, they deserve it. But still, City is way above them. So the end is going to be really interesting to watch. Because City has not been their best, but they're still better than all the rest. That is Pep Guardiola for you, and that is Manchester City, who've been, they've been working throughout for so many seasons now. It's all their recruiting and it's everything. They've got it spot on. So yeah, let's see. Another game that was exciting to watch was Manchester United, where Anthony from nowhere just scores. During the game, I was watching it with a friend of mine who is obviously a United fan, and he kept talking shit about Anthony, and I was like, you know what, Anthony is going to score today. And from nowhere, he came and he saved them. So yeah, well, it was a draw and they didn't lose. But yeah, Manchester United, I mean, they've had a pretty bad season. Ten Hag is gonna get the sack for sure. I don't see him in the future. In fact, there have been talks that Tommy T might be joining them because apparently Sir Radcliffe has been talking to them or whatever the fuck that is, talking to him, to Mr. Tommy T. I just hope you don't go to Manchester United. In fact, you know what? I wouldn't mind taking Thomas Tuchel back to Chelsea if like the owners have decided to part ways with Pochettino. I wouldn't mind him back at Chelsea. Although there have been like rumors that I've been seeing it on Twitter that the players really want Pochettino and they are backing him all the way. So there is a possibility that Pochettino might stay. But let's see what happens, guys. So for me, I mean, these were the games to really watch out for. Liverpool, I mean, come on. The farewell that they wanted to give Klopp, clearly that's down in the drain, guys, down in the drain. And well, you deserve it, obviously. You stole the fucking Carabao Cup from us. That's all you deserve. You don't deserve shit. And yeah, whatever. I think you can call Liverpool FC the a la carte, because Klopp is a really good manager, but he's just won like 1-1 trophy, It's like an a la carte dish. It's not like Pep, where it's a full, you go to a buffet and you keep eating. You keep eating stuff. So clearly, Klopp went for a buffet, but ate just like one piece of everything. That's all he wanted. Yeah, that's all they're getting. So Liverpool, sorry, that's a bad farewell for Klopp. There's definitely some shit cooking between Mo Salah and Klopp. Well, it's none of our business because we support Chelsea. Now, I'm going to end the stream now, and you know the drill, guys. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel, guys. Let's go.